In the dark halls of the college dorm, whispers of a ghostly presence echoed through the walls. Students reported strange occurrences, books flying off shelves, lights flickering uncontrollably, and eerie shadows lurking in the corners. As the legend of the haunted dorm grew, fear gripped the hearts of the students, and they began to avoid the building at all costs. But one brave soul decided to investigate the mystery, only to uncover a sinister secret that would change their college experience forever. In the hallowed halls of Hawthorne College, where shadows danced and whispers echoed through the ivy-clad walls, darkness lurked beneath the veneer of academia. Sarah, an ambitious freshman with a thirst for knowledge, was drawn to the institution's prestigious reputation. As she stepped onto campus for the first time, a shiver ran down her spine, as if an unseen presence had whispered its secrets into the air. The library, a labyrinth of dusty tomes and flickering lights, was a haven for scholars and the restless spirits that haunted its shadowy shelves. One evening, Sarah found herself alone in the stacks, her fingers tracing the spines of forgotten books. As she turned a corner, her heart skipped a beat. A figure stood motionless at the end of the aisle, its back turned to her. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she sensed something sinister about the apparition. Slowly, she approached the figure, her palms sweating. As she drew closer, she noticed a book lying open on a nearby table. Its pages were filled with strange symbols and gruesome diagrams. Sarah couldn't tear her gaze away from the macabre illustrations, her mind racing. Suddenly, the figure turned. Its eyes, a piercing blue, bore into Sarah's soul. A cold, guttural voice whispered, "Welcome to the library, scholar. May your studies be filled with darkness." Sarah screamed and stumbled backward, her heart pounding in her chest. As she looked up, the figure had vanished without a trace. The books on the shelves seemed to whisper in sympathy, their pages rustling in the aftermath of the encounter. Haunted by nightmares and a lingering fear, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something evil lay hidden within the walls of Hawthorne College. The once hallowed institution had become a realm of shadows and whispers, where the horrors of the unknown lurked just beneath the surface. Once upon a time, in a small college town nestled in the mountains, there was a group of friends who decided to spend their Halloween night exploring the abandoned campus building rumored to be haunted. The old brick building loomed ominously in the moonlight, its windows boarded up and ivy creeping up the walls. As they entered the building, the friends could feel a chill in the air and a sense of unease washed over them. The floors creaked beneath their feet as they made their way through the dark corridors, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, they heard a blood-curdling scream echoing through the halls. Panic set in as they realized they were not alone in the building. They tried to find their way back to the entrance, but the corridors seemed to shift and change, leading them deeper into the darkness. As they turned a corner, they came face to face with a ghostly figure, its eyes glowing with malice. The friends screamed in terror and ran as fast as they could, but the ghost seemed to be everywhere, haunting their every step. They finally reached a dead end, trapped in a room with no way out. The ghostly figure floated towards them, its icy touch sending shivers down their spines. Just when they thought all hope was lost, a voice echoed through the room, commanding the ghost to leave. A figure emerged from the shadows, a professor who had disappeared from the college years ago. He explained that the building was cursed by a vengeful spirit, seeking revenge on those who dared to trespass. The professor had been studying the paranormal activity in the building when he was trapped by the ghost himself. With his knowledge of the supernatural, the professor was able to banish the ghost and free the friends from its clutches. They fled the building, shaken but grateful for their narrow escape. From that day on, the abandoned campus building was left undisturbed, a reminder of the horrors that lurked within. The friends never spoke of their harrowing experience again, but they knew they had faced true college horror that Halloween night. And as they looked back on that fateful night, they couldn't help but wonder what other secrets lay hidden in the shadows of their college campus. In the heart of a small, secluded college town nestled in the misty mountains, there stood an old, ivy-covered building known as Holloway Hall. It was said to be haunted by the spirits of students who had met untimely deaths within its shadowed halls. The whispers of their restless souls echoed through the empty corridors at night, sending shivers down the spines of those brave enough to venture inside. Among the students who dared to call Holloway Hall their home was a young woman named Emily. She was a bright and ambitious student with a passion for history and a curiosity that often led her into dangerous situations. Despite warnings from her peers about the building's dark past, Emily remained undeterred in her quest for knowledge. One stormy night, as lightning crackled across the sky and thunder rumbled ominously in the distance, Emily found herself alone in the library on the top floor of Holloway Hall. The ancient books seemed to whisper secrets to her as she pored over their yellowed pages, oblivious to the eerie silence that surrounded her. Suddenly, a cold draft swept through the room, extinguishing all but one flickering candle on the desk before her. Emily's heart raced as she felt an icy hand brush against her neck, sending a chill down her spine. She turned around slowly, only to come face to face with a ghostly figure clad in tattered robes. The spirit's hollow eyes bore into hers as it whispered in a voice like gravel scraping against stone, "Beware the darkness that lurks within these walls." Emily's blood ran cold as she realized that she had awakened something malevolent within Holloway Hall. Shadows danced along the walls as unseen forces closed in around her, trapping her in a nightmare from which there seemed to be no escape. As she struggled to break free from the spectral grip that held her captive, Emily remembered an old legend passed down through generations of students at the college. Only those who faced their deepest fears head-on could hope to survive Holloway Hall's wrath. With newfound determination burning bright within her soul, Emily steeled herself for what lay ahead. She delved deep into the darkest corners of her mind, confronting demons long forgotten and fears left unspoken. In a final showdown with the malevolent force that sought to claim her soul, Emily emerged victorious, but not without scars that would haunt her for years to come. And so it was that Holloway Hall claimed another victim, not through death or despair, but through awakening courage and resilience in one young woman who dared to defy its sinister legacy. In the hallowed halls of Hawthorne College, where ivy-clad walls whispered secrets from a forgotten past, a chilling tale unfolded that would forever haunt the students within. Emily, a bright and ambitious freshman, had always been fascinated by the occult. One fateful night, while delving into the university's hidden library, she stumbled upon a dusty tome titled The Necronomicon. Intrigued but oblivious to its sinister reputation, she took it home and began reading. As she pored over the forbidden pages, Emily felt a strange compulsion wash over her. The room grew cold, and a faint whisper seemed to echo through the void. Suddenly, the text on the page began to writhe and dance, forming gruesome images of unspeakable horrors. Terrified, Emily slammed the book shut and raced out of the room. But the unseen forces she had unleashed were relentless. Night terrors plagued her sleep, and she began to experience strange hallucinations. A shadowy figure followed her footsteps, its eyes glowing ominously in the darkness. As rumors of Emily's bizarre behavior spread, a peculiar student named Ethan approached her. Claiming to be a descendant of a renowned demon hunter, he revealed the true nature of the book she had found. The Necronomicon, he warned, was a gateway to a realm of ancient evil. Together, they embarked on a perilous quest to rid Hawthorne College of its demonic infestation. They consulted ancient texts, performed rituals of banishment, and faced unspeakable terrors that lurked in the forgotten corners of the campus. With each encounter, Emily's resolve grew stronger. She had unleashed a darkness upon her world, but she was determined to rectify her mistake. In a climactic confrontation that shook the very foundations of the college, she confronted the malevolent force behind the Necronomicon. Through the combined efforts of Emily, Ethan, and a group of brave students, the evil was finally vanquished. The haunting whispers faded, and the shadowy figure vanished into the depths of the night. However, the horrors they had witnessed left an indelible scar on the souls of all who had crossed their path. And so, the legend of the Necronomicon of Hawthorne became a bedtime story told in hushed tones, reminding the students of the price they had paid for their curiosity and the unseen horrors that lurked just beneath the surface of the seemingly ordinary. In the heart of the quaint college town of Oakwood, nestled among ancient oak trees, stood the imposing Ivywood Hall. Renowned for its ivy-covered walls and long, dark corridors, the dormitory had a dark reputation that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest students. Within the walls of Ivywood, secrets lurked, waiting to be uncovered by those daring enough to venture into its depths. Our story unfolds with a diverse group of college freshmen arriving at Ivywood Hall for their first semester. Among them is Lily, a quiet and artistic soul, struggling to find her place in the bustling campus life. Her roommate, Emma, is a bubbly and outgoing girl with a penchant for adventure. The two couldn't be more different, but fate had bound them together in room 313 of Ivywood Hall. As the semester progresses, strange occurrences start to unsettle the dormitory. Whispers in the night, shadows moving where they shouldn't, and an eerie chill that permeates the air. Lily begins to experience vivid nightmares, each one more haunting than the last. Emma, determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, delves into the dark history of Ivywood Hall, uncovering a sinister past of disappearances and unexplained deaths that date back decades. Together, Lily and Emma unravel the chilling truth behind Ivywood's malevolent presence. They discover that the spirit of a former student, Mary Sinclair, haunts the halls, seeking vengeance for her untimely demise at the hands of a secret society that still lurks in the shadows of the college campus. Now determined to protect the innocent and put an end to the curse that plagues Ivywood, Lily and Emma must confront their deepest fears and face the darkness within themselves. As the clock strikes midnight on Halloween night, Ivywood Hall becomes a battleground between the living and the dead. A climactic showdown ensues, where secrets are revealed, sacrifices are made, and the power of friendship and courage shines through the darkness. In a final act of defiance, Lily and Emma banish the malevolent spirit of Mary Sinclair, bringing peace to Ivywood Hall once more. In the aftermath, Ivywood Hall stands quiet and still, its ivy-covered walls no longer whispering with the taint of fear. Lily and Emma, forever bonded by their harrowing experience, emerge stronger and more resilient, ready to face whatever challenges the future may hold. And as the sun rises over Oakwood, casting golden rays upon the now tranquil dormitory, a new chapter begins for the students of Ivywood Hall. The haunting tale of Shadows of the Dorm serves as a reminder that the darkest shadows hold the brightest light, and that courage and friendship can conquer even the most insidious of horrors. It was a dark and stormy night when April Sullivan arrived at the infamous Ivy Hollow College, a prestigious but mysterious institution nestled deep in the forest. As she stepped onto the campus grounds, a bolt of lightning illuminated the Gothic architecture of the buildings, sending a shiver down her spine. She was here on a scholarship, excited for the academic opportunities that awaited her. But little did she know that she was about to uncover the dark secrets of Ivy Hollow College. April settled into her dorm room, a small, dimly lit space that seemed to exude an eerie aura. As the days passed, strange occurrences began to plague the college. Students whispered of ghostly figures wandering the halls at night, of mysterious disappearances that were never spoken of by the faculty. April tried to brush off the rumors, focusing on her studies and making new friends, including the enigmatic and charming Marcus. But one fateful night, as April was working late in the library, she stumbled upon an old tome hidden in the dusty shelves. The book spoke of a curse that had befallen Ivy Hollow College centuries ago, a curse that bound the spirits of the restless dead to its hallowed grounds. As she delved deeper into the dark history of the college, April realized that the rumors were true. Ivy Hollow was haunted. Determined to uncover the truth, April recruited Marcus and a few other brave students to help her investigate. They delved into forbidden crypts beneath the college, braved the haunted tunnels that snaked beneath the buildings, and discovered ancient rituals that had been performed in the name of dark magic. The deeper they went, the more they uncovered the sinister secrets that Ivy Hollow College had long sought to conceal. But as they drew closer to the truth, the malevolent spirits that haunted the college grew restless. Shadows flickered in the corners of their vision, whispers echoed through empty halls, and a sense of dread settled over the campus like a suffocating fog. It became clear that the curse of Ivy Hollow was not content to remain hidden any longer, and it would do anything to protect its dark legacy. In a heart-pounding showdown at the stroke of midnight, April and her friends confronted the source of the curse, a powerful sorceress who had long ago sold her soul for immortality. With bravery and cunning, they managed to break the curse, freeing the spirits of the trapped souls and banishing the sorceress back to the depths of hell. As the first light of dawn broke over Ivy Hollow College, April and her friends stood in the quiet aftermath of the battle, the campus now free of the dark shadows that had haunted it for so long. They knew that the legacy of the curse would leave a mark on the college forever, but they also knew that they had faced their fears and emerged victorious. And as April walked away from Ivy Hollow College, she knew that she would always carry with her the memory of the horrors she had faced, but also the strength and resilience that had helped her conquer them. She was no longer just a student. She was a survivor, ready to face whatever challenges awaited her in the world beyond.